Hi guys, Trevor here with Chappell Tractor, back again with another edition of Just the Facts. With me here today, I have a Hitachi ZX75-7, configured a little bit different than we have had in the past, but overall it's a new -7 series, the smallest size in that series. This machine boasts 63.7 horse power output of the Yanmar diesel engine. You have 15 feet 3 inches of dig depth and 22 feet 1 inch of dig reach at ground level. Now this model that we have here with us today is the ZX75, which is a 7.5 metric ton machine. That means its weight is going to land somewhere in the 18,000 to 19,000 pound range depending on configuration. This model in particular is the angle blade, so you do have a little added weight with your hydraulic cylinder that controls your angle, as well as the additional counterweight in the rear for added stability. That adds just about 800 to 900 pounds. In the Hitachi 75-85 size class, there are 3 configurations offered just like the minis. There's the base, the premium, and the angle. The base model comes without the additional counterweight, without the rear lighting. It'll be single port and straight blade. The premium model comes with a straight blade, dual port auxiliary hydraulics with a built-in K-strain. It'll come with your additional LED cab lighting and a rain visor, as well as your 3 rear lights on the back of the machine and your 270-degree aerial angle camera. All the same applies to the angle blade as well, but just with an angle blade. Coming over to the side of the machine here, we'll start with the undercarriage. Undercarriage is composed of 5 bottom rollers and 1 top roller, 2 travel speeds with a top speed of 3.1 miles an hour. This particular machine has road liner track pads on it, good for walking on asphalt and surfaces that can't handle abuse or damage. And this machine is also offered with steel tracks, which is better for more abusive applications or off-pavement, off-road type of applications. Coming into this side panel here, we have our pattern changer to go from ISO to SAE controls, also known as backhoe or deer controls to cat controls, as well as an air filter. Coming into this side compartment here, air filter up top and easy access to the 2 batteries down below here. Master battery switch is tucked off here on the right. We have a screen in front of the coolers to protect any oversized debris from getting into the cooling pack. The 2 main things we have to check in this compartment is your coolant reservoir overflow bottle and your oil dipstick. Now this compartment here is where 95% of all of our filters are housed. We have our swing drain filter tucked in the back. We have our pilot oil filter up top, engine oil filter in the middle here, our first fuel filter here, and then our second fuel filter and water separator here. Because all of our filters are consolidated to 1 compartment, this compartment is also left pretty simple. We have our 2-way or 1-way flow selector, depending on what attachment you're running, as well as a hydraulic oil sight glass up top here. Housed in this compartment up top here is your fuel tank and fuel fill. And note that this compartment, just like every other on the machine, is a lockable compartment, meaning you can secure all your compartments and doors when you leave the job site at the end of the day. Some equipment that now comes standard with -7 Hitachi excavators is the 270-degree aerial angle cameras, as well as the floodlights mounted at each camera position. This is going to provide the operator with better safety on the job site and visibility around them. As part of this -7 all-new redesigned cab, a couple things you're going to notice is the air ride seat provides the operator better seat comfort for adjusting seat height and riding when tracking across the job site. 8-inch digital screen, which is where your cameras are going to show up on, and an option to flip through different angles that you may want to see when on the job site. All controlled by a jog dial. We can view things like hours, fuel, attachment flow settings, your HVAC controls, and your radio and Bluetooth connectivity. A couple key measurements to note in this cab is not only was it redesigned, but the room in here is incredible. The width of this cab is 3 feet 4 inches, and we have 5 foot 5 inches of vertical height in here as well. Just like the minis, this machine is going to have a dual piston overhead raising door. And these gas struts are going to lock that door up tightly, so you're not going to have a rattle when operating. When we close this back down, you're going to notice the overhead viewing window, which is also able to be opened and is held open by 2 gas struts as well. The joysticks in this cab in particular are going to look very different than your traditional Hitachi joysticks, because we do have a steel wrist X12 tilt rotator and full SQ system installed on this machine. So again, the joysticks will not look the same as they do in here, but since we are a dealer and installer, certified installer of the steel wrist and Encon products, that is something that we typically do install quite a few of on this size machine. Now you probably noticed a few extra buttons and rollers on the joysticks in the cab, and that is to control this, the steel wrist X12 tilt rotator. Some key features of this is 45 degrees of tilt each way and 360 degrees of rotation around. And this particular one has the sandwich coupler, meaning that the tilt rotator itself can be dropped and buckets or other attachments can be coupled into without having to keep that rotator on. This one on the back has a grab cassette, which acts as a set of mini pinchers for any smaller items you may need to grab. Thanks again, guys, for joining us on another episode of Just the Facts. We hope there's something that you could take away with you today. And if there's any more machines that you'd like to see featured, drop us a line in any of our socials, visit us at chappell.com, or stop in at any of our 4 convenient locations. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one.